Well, that's kind of interesting. Facebook went up much faster than our buddies over at YouTube. So let me introduce myself since I'm watching the clock on certain things. Hi, I'm Louis Porter Jr., and you're watching Transparency Agenda Daily. Today, Thursday, February the 23rd. Only 5 more days left in this year. Good Lord, this month. So it's getting crazy up in here. Really, it's getting crazy. Oh, and I got some other stuff I got to do. Oh, my goodness. It is all crazy up in here. That's the life I lead. An old man like me, I'm living this crazy life. So let's start out with some fun and interesting things. Well, let me at least get the right thing I'm looking at. Oh, all right. Well, first, Jesus, how many things I got to look on this thing? I'm looking at 12 different things. All right. First, the most important thing I can talk about is the new show that I'm now in love with. It is called The Americans. If you haven't seen it yet, I suggest you go and check it out. It is awesome. It is very, very cool. I think you'll appreciate it. I'm appreciating it very much so. I can just put a link in this because it's one of those things that's just I've been checking out. I've got an Amazon Prime. I had it for a while, and I've just been trying out different things. I'm not really watching TV as much as I used to. I just, A, I don't have the time. B, I don't have the time. So when I'm on my computer and Lucas is in there doing whatever, driving me crazy, see how nice he is, I decided I'm going to do something cool, and I'm going to watch TV on my computer because I'm all hip and new, feisty. And so I'm like, let me find new things to watch. So The Americans is something I wanted to watch before. I started watching it a long time ago. I got to like one episode, and I get a chance to actually really get into it. Actually put the whole link up for you guys just in case you haven't seen it, you're not familiar with it. I am finding it quite enjoyable. A lot of the 80s references are pretty awesome. I like the old Cold War style they put together. Very cool. I'm liking that. That's something cool you can watch. If you got some free time, pick it up. I'm on episode 8. I'm going to try to see if I can get through most of the first season by this weekend, some of the second season. But that's my big plan for the weekend. Okay, and the most important thing we're talking about, you know what I'm talking about. This is the big one. I'm not playing around. This is the big one. This is muy importante. Did you hear that Spanish? Almost like a native. Oh yeah, that's right. The Midgard Kickstarter with a whopping 18 hours left. They already have 1,686 people subscribed. Okay, we need to get to 2,000. We are 314 away from 2,000. 314. I've been talking this thing up for days, and I mean days. And I'm not kidding when I say days. You should be supporting this. If you're not supporting this and you're watching this channel, I got a stick for you, and I'm going to beat you with it. Yes, I mean a stick. I don't know where my stick is right now, but I'll find one. I've used it on Lucas if necessary because he's a wild man. He can take a couple good hits. I'm going to be beating you with the same stick. So you need to go out there. You, Miss Gail, don't you be sitting here trying to tell me what I need to be. Ugh, Miss Gail. Anyway, so we gotta support this Kickstarter. This is very, very important. I mean, this is very important. I mean, I want to make products for this thing. It's only 18 hours away, and I'm not gonna lie, I'm a little worried. I know some of you are like holding out. Some of you are like, well, I'm gonna wait till the product comes out, and maybe I'll get it. Shut your mouth. Go support it for $1, so we can get to 2,000. Once we get to 2,000, we'll be good. We'll be good. At 2,000, we're making products for him. We're making products for Wolfgang. Wolfgang's got some stuff. We'll be making products. That's how awesome it'll be. I'm not gonna get into all that right now. So today we decided we're gonna talk about niches. I like a niche, not a snitch. I'm sure some of you thought, carve out that snitch. That's not what I said. I said niche, as they would say. I like niche. With niche sounds like I'm like French, but I'm not French, not by a long shot. So, I think the smartest thing to do is find something that someone is maybe not doing that interests you. I guess my niche of my creative stuff is a little off of mainstream, things you wouldn't expect to see in whatever setting I do that you don't commonly see. We did Haven, that was about gangsters. We did very, very crime oriented, like the mobster, and that we did push more on that angle. Obsidian Apocalypse, we did more edgier horror and ways you can mash it up together. New Exodus, we took, we did, fantasy punk and made it something. So that's kind of the focus I've always been at, that very much of how can I look at this very seriously as something important but also carve out a piece that makes it unique to me. So I think more and more people need to get involved in that kind of maneuver, but you don't see that much. It's kind of something that doesn't really get done as much as it should. There's so many people who talk about doing their niche product, but they don't do the niche product. They do something they've done a million times before, which I don't get that. It's like, why would you do the same thing? Like, once again, why would you do another Tolkien world with elves and dwarves in fantasy? It's been done, been beaten to death like a horse. There's so many different genres out there. Try something cool. Just, oh my God, if you're not sure what you're going to do, this is what I would tell you to do. I'm going to pull it up. I'll pull the website that I've gone to way too many times to get cool ideas. And I'm going to put in the link. So let me put in the link real quick because I'm not going to tell you what it is. But if you've got any brains, you already know the site I'm going to. Because this site is just perfect for what I'm talking about here. Not the whole thing, this piece. Boom. Here's the website. Boom. Yes. TV Tropes. TV Tropes is full of stuff to go at, to look at for ideas, for stealing, for mashing up. Just go through it. It's got some great tropes. Some of the tropes are like things you wouldn't think about, or things you maybe don't know what they are actually called. But if you got a show that you like, let me see if the Americans is on here. The Americans. Let me see. This is TV Tropes. Boom. Came up. TV Tropes. Let's see. Boom. I mean, they got it. They got it. They've got a whole thing. And I don't want to read into it. I might get to it. But they got a whole list of tropes. That's a lot of tropes. Geez, there's a lot of tropes I'm screwing here. It just is full of good ideas that you can use for your own stuff. Look, you don't have to be a genius. Okay? You don't have to be the genius. You don't have to be the smartest guy in the room. You just got to think a little bit differently. Like I said, the Old Boy Sound of Music mashup that I talked about doing. That's crazy. It sounds great, but where could you mash it up? Where's the connection? What kind of niche can you build out of that? Steampunk is a niche. The guys who did that's true. I'm sorry. Chad is correct. Chad said I should tell people to watch out. TV Tropes is a huge, big rabbit hole. Once you go down it, you may never come back up. It is very easy to get lost in there. I know. I mean, I'll go see stuff that I constantly look at all the time, like Planetary. If you type in Planetary at TV Tropes, I will guarantee you will go down a rabbit hole, and I'm talking the comic book of not the only thing that's worth a damn. You will go down a hole and maybe never come back, and I can't help you. I really can't help you, but just understand it is a rabbit hole. You have a good chance to get under there and disappear. That's Porter just trying to be helpful. But yeah, I mean, you got to find a niche that works for you. Steampunk is a niche. I was just talking about that. The guys, actually, now I guess I'm going to talk about them now. Storm Bunny. Let me show you. They did as I say, a variation of that. Storm Bunny Studios, to be exact. I'm getting the link right now because I can't type that fast. That's right. I'm not a fast typist if you've not figured that out. I did go to school. I did take typing in college. Yes, I got a B. I think I was really crappy. I deserved an F, but, I can beg and plead like the best of them. Do what you got to do. So, yeah. So, Storm Bunny. Oh, my God. Jesus. Storm Bunny. Now I got the link. They have done Storm Punk, which is kind of a great idea. I'd call it a lot of lightning, a lot of cool stuff. And they did some really, really cool stuff. And they carved out a niche that you could say even is what at one point might have been steampunk influenced, but they've mashed up, like, I guess they say you mashed up two different genres together. And they developed their own stuff, their own look, their own feel, and it's awesome. And it is their company. And you can do the same thing. Just find something that you can do that you can find to mash up in a similar way that will be A, useful, and two, number one, cool. Number two, useful. Cool always trumps everything else, but cool and useful is a double winner. I mean, bam, bam. You're cool and a winner? I say yes. And that's how it should be. I mean, booyah. Just like that. That's simple. And, it's hard carving that niche. It is because there's so many people doing stuff. Look, when you've got every major big guy doing stuff and then you're trying to find a little space for yourself, it's going to be tough. And it may not be popular. Remember, I'm the guy who carved out a niche on D20 Modern, doing a book on dogs. Not always the best choice. Not the best choice. But look, I carved out a niche. And it wasn't the greatest niche, but it taught me a lot. I mean, I'm still talking about this book years later. Let me see if I can find this book. I always like talking about it. I'm sure you were like, does this book really exist? And it's like, yes, this does actually exist, if I remember the name of it correctly. But it's been a while. I mean, it's been a long while. Jeez, it's been a real long while. Did I get it? Did I get it right? Come on, computer. Because I'm kind of funny if I did get it right. I think it'd be kind of cool for you to all see this. So yeah, I mean, you find something that appeals to you. And the more it appeals to you, there's probably somebody else who likes it too. I mean, everybody knows I like Shaw Brothers Kung Fu films. If you don't know who Shaw Brothers Kung Fu films, I got to put this as a link, and I'm already upset. I got to put that in the link. I'm so upset that you wouldn't know. Like, what kind of person doesn't know who the Shaw Brothers are and doesn't know what a good Shaw Brothers Kung Fu film is? I'm sure I'll tell you, the devil. God, the Shaw Brothers. I'm disgusted just thinking about who wouldn't know who the Shaw Brothers are. What kind of person who'd watch my show and doesn't know who the Shaw Brothers are? I mean, it's like Shaw Brothers Studios produce so many good, martial arts films. And I'm going to use the word good and with quotes, like good. It's like the very 70s and 80s, Hong Kong bad dubbing films. See, I can't find my book over here. I'll find it later. It's awesome stuff because, out of all that great stuff, let's just be honest, man. Flipping the 5 Deadly Venoms came out of that. You ain't seen a better Kung Fu movie than that. I don't care who you are. 5 Deadly Venoms, that's great. You know how good the 5 Deadly Venoms are? I bet you it's in TV Tropes. Boom, let's check this out. 5 Deadly Venoms in TV Tropes. Boom, that's all you need to know. Payao. And if you want to read this is just, oh my God. So, yep, it's from 1978. This film is almost, God, even when I think about it, I know this film is almost 40 years old. Okay, I saw this movie originally as a kid, and I talk about this movie all the time. If this is not your first time hearing, don't be surprised. But this is a movie you should check out. 5 Deadly Venoms. It rocks. It is. Poison Clan rocks the world. That's all I gotta say. If you know what I'm talking about, you know what I'm talking about. And this is just awesome film. And it plays a niche. It's a great niche. Kung Fu is a great niche. I have a Kung Fu thing I want to do for New Exodus and want to do for a while. And it's very, very niche, but it's my niche and it plays to my niche and my strength. That's all you got to do. Find your strength, whatever it might be, and play to that niche. You've got abilities, you've got skills, you've got techniques. Play to those niches, man. Play to those niches. They are good places to play in. People will be impressed. They'll be amazed at the end of how much love you put into it. Look, here's a little thing. Neo Exodus isn't a great role-playing game, but it's a great role-playing game. Neo Exodus is a great role-playing game because I put myself into that. You can squeeze me out of that book. There's a lot of my DNA in that book. Same thing with Haven. Same thing even with Obsidian Apocalypse and Obsidian Twilight. You can squeeze it, and I will come out of it. And that's the way you guys should be. It should be that level of commitment into something that you're interested in and you feel for. And people should be like, wow, I read this thing and now I understand you. That's when you know you've done the right thing. That's when you know you've done it well. I am 110% on that. I think that's where the power is. That's where the power is. I mean, find the niche, focus, go. And there's tons of stuff. I mean, look, you can't really see, but I'm gonna say, look at all the cool. Don't wait for inspiration. Look, I get inspired all the time. Okay. I just grab these comic books. What you see? DC, Universe Zero. Oh, the David Mack run on Daredevil. The Paul Smith run on Marvel Fanfare. And Wolverine's Weapon X Files. With these things, give me like 20 minutes. I'll come up with a great story, something I can use. I can pull from all this stuff to make some cool stuff. Why? Because there's tons of stuff just lying around near you that you can get inspired by. Or you can just ask the question. What if the opposite thing happened that normally happened? Here's a favorite one. Here's one you can think about. This will blow your mind. For all you who are very, very religious, and this is one of my favorite. I'm not going to get in the whole argument about this, but I'll give you this one little piece. What if Judas doesn't betray Jesus Christ? What happens then? Boom. Think of that. Play that one out. See where that goes. There's some inspiration for you. What if Moses actually can enter the Holy Land? What if Samson doesn't tell Delilah about his weakness? just take the other story, and then change the names, and boom, you got a great story for yourself. And there's some inspiration. What if Humpty Dumpty did fall down, but he actually got put back together, and he was back in the wall again? What? I mean, just it is kind of like flipping the script, which is not kind of like, it is basically flipping the script, but I'm flipping the script in a different point. But you can still play flip the script. It's still there to play flip the script. You can do this. There's lots of great ideas. There's lots of things you can get excited about. You can do this. You can perform your niche and become popular and become a profitable game developer. And I don't just mean role-playing. I'm talking comic books, movies, but whatever, man. Just flip the premise and go to work. But you got work to do. You got stuff. Don't be sitting here. Don't be saying, I'm sitting here watching TV and I'm chilling. I'm playing video games. And then you're crying, there's no time to do anything. I don't have any time to do anything. I can't get anything done. Shut up. Shut up. Stop your crying. All you got to do. There you go. Okay, so Chad was kind enough to find the book. Originally, the name was Man's Best Friend, and then we changed it to something else, which is Bad Dog. So yes, if you want to see it, the link is here in our Facebook, and you can see the book that I made all about dogs. Laugh all you want. I made it, and it got published, and it's still printed. Let's see real quick. How many sales I got in this bad boy? I've always wondered, because it's been a while. Let me see if this actually has even close to the right. It probably doesn't even close to the right date when I released it. But you can put a perspective how long this thing's been on sale. It's crazy, man. This Bad Dog thing is awesome. You got to check that shit out. That's all I'm saying. All right. Well, our time is up. It's almost 20 minutes on. I got things I got to do. There's people got to call. Some people want me to call them. They think they're important. I'm just calling who I got to call. Calm down, everybody. Calm down. All right. So next week will be an all new week. This weekend, I don't have any major plans put together, so I think it'll be kind of a light weekend. Actually, that's not true. Lucas and I are going to be doing probably a carnival this weekend. So he's going to be like full of cotton candy and throwing up all over me. So that'll be fun. And maybe we'll have some more excitement. Maybe some folks I know will be going out and hanging out. Maybe I'll be running those streets. You never know about me. I'm an old school guy like that. I got to get out there in the streets, see what's going on with these young kids. And maybe I'll stop by my favorite gaming store locally and see if they got any cool things going on, because I'm sure something good is coming on. So you all have a good weekend. As always, go tell your mother that you love her, but she probably misses you and she probably wants to hear from you. As always, you can subscribe to our YouTube channel. You might see me at the later, Tracy. I'm not sure. I'm hoping to get around there. Check out our YouTube channel. Like I said, over here, subscribe. You go over there, or subscribe on our Facebook channel right here, which I appreciate. You all have a good night and a good weekend, and be safe. And don't do anything stupid, okay? You only got one life. Don't be that stupid. Do something fun. Don't do something stupid. I'll talk to you all later.